Good morning. It's been a while. I wanted to get back to my weekly uh, videos about women's health. Sorry, it's still early. I haven't had all my coffee. But I wanted to make this video and stick to what I said I was going to do, make videos about women's health. And I said I was going to talk about menstrual cycles. So today I'm going to talk about menstrual cycles. Yay! As women, we all experience it, and it's different for every woman, but there are some regular things. Most women do have a menstrual cycle. Cycles typically are, um, a period of bleeding that lasts that occurs every 26 to 32 days. It can be in that range, average, and average cycle can last from 3 to 8 days. Now, you may say, mine drags on for 2 weeks. Well, some women's, it does. Other thing to note, though, that we're going to talk about when we talk about charting and keeping track of it is that some women count the first day as the first day they see any spotting. But that the first day does not occur until you wake up and there's bleeding. So if you start spotting in the afternoon, that's not the first day. Excuse me. So we're going to chart. So you can use apps, but I know that some people aren't comfortable using apps for whatever reason, or they don't have one, and they'd rather just write it down. So we're going to write it down. But you can also use an app. There are many out there that you can use to do that if it's easier for you to do it that way. So, charting. So, I just did it for September because we're about to finish up September. So what you would do, take a calendar, you can make note of when you start to see spotting. You can abbreviate it, all of this stuff. So you can make a note when you start to see spotting. But that doesn't count as the first day. The first day is the day that you wake up with bleeding. So this is the first day. This would be first day. I have marked it here with a circled P as the first day. And I have said, oh, this has lasted 4 days when you chart it. So I just said, carrying through this lasted 4 days. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe your spots for a day after or something. You can make note of that. But I've had this one occur 4 days. It's within the average. Then you can mark whether it was light or not. So this is the first day. It was lighter. See, and as you can see, this day I said medium. This day I said it was heavy. Heavy days usually somewhere in the middle. Maybe yours is heavy the whole time. But make note of what your regular cycle is like. Then I have said that this is abbreviation runny. Say what the consistency is. Is it runny? Is it watery? Is it thicker? Is it cloddy? All of this is within a normal thing. It can be a little cloddy, kind of like goopy, like there's more texture to it. Make note of what your regular texture is like charting, and you want to chart over several months to figure out what a regular is. Charting it once isn't going to say that this is regular. That's just what it was like that 1 month. You need to do this consistently for several months to see, okay, you know what? It was average 4 or 5 days over the course of 6 months. And this one I charted being 27 days, which is within that normal range. So I have it starting again down here. See, it's within the same month because it's not longer. Now, maybe yours is longer, so it wouldn't be in the same month. But this one, it is. Making note. It's not going to be the third of every month necessarily, unless you're a special person that gets to have their cycle be 30 days exactly. That is cool because then you always know what day it's on. But most women don't have that. So, again, making note of it. Another thing that I don't have on here is that you can chart what your emotions are like. When did you start exhibiting PMS in your cycle? How was your emotions once you were in the midst of your cycle? Was it just, I'm a little bit irritable today, or maybe you're super horny. What are your emotions going into it? What are your regular emotions that you experience during cycle? This is also something that could be important to chart. Again, all of this stuff can be important to chart, knowing what your regular cycle is like, so you know when your cycle is irregular. And knowing when it's irregular can be early signs of lots of uh, diseases and illnesses and conditions that would be good to know as early as possible, with the worst of it being certain cancers. Um, so it is so important to know what your regular cycle is like. Um, Not just if you are um, planning to get pregnant, but whenever you start your cycle, it's important to start um, learning how to chart it, what your regular cycle is like. It's just, it's good for all women to know that. I think that all women should be doing that, regardless of trying to conceive a baby or not, or maybe you're trying not to. Um, Maybe you're just a woman going about her business, trying to do life. Chart it. It's important to know. There have been women that have been having, they didn't want to have a baby. They weren't charting it like that, but that then they ended up having, fibroids and endometriosis and things happen. But like, could they have maybe found out about things earlier? Or people that end up having cancers or hysterectomies because things were not detected. Did those people not chart? I don't know that. But can charting help with detecting things early? Yes. I just think it's something that we should do. I think it's something that should be learned in school when we learn about cycles, when you get it in 5th, 6th grade, when you're going to class and you're learning about all this stuff. I think that you should be learning how to chart. I think it's important. And, there are adult women that don't know how to chart. Just do it. It's important. I think it's good for for women's health that we know how to chart. All right. I'm not going to go into charting for ovulation. That's a different thing. I'm just doing a broad thing. Thanks for joining me this morning. Please subscribe. Please keep watching my videos. Please make comments here or on my Facebook page about what you want me to talk about in regards to women's health, and I will keep making videos. That is my promise for you. All right. See you later.